field. The Hokies will put it away to start the game. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of back of the end zone. It's a touchback. So Georgia Tech's offense will have the first possession of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, and David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's King. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit of the time to get to that first down marker. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right in the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And the ball is intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
All right, good news, the game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is that you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
First down here for the offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The analytics nerds say the goal was at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, Dave.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long one. And he missed it. No good. After the miss, no change in the score. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They'll give it to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Throws to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's King. Fires to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Man, what a big catch on 3rd down. Going up, catching the football, understanding where you're at, now getting a fresh set of downs. Nice play by the receiver.
Takes the handoff and he's going right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more.
He gets a hand on it, it's blocked. And they got it. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The play-action fake. Feeling some heat. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Hokies decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's King. Looking to the big tight end. He makes the catch. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo. Fast motion from the offense. Looking to move it through the air. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
That's one of the reasons I love this linebacker, man. He can rush the passer. He does a great job timing his blitz, and with that speed, he's able to get home quickly.
It's a draw. And they get him down.
And I know it's not a 1st down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being...
And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. All wideouts, no backs. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires the pass, intercepted. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
They'll go to the air. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they break the seal on the scoring. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Split backs here. Running back goes in motion. looking to go up top on first down. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for a man, it's Drones. And that pass picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that and checked it down or thrown it away. This quarterback...
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And come on now, O-line. Got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one to get you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead's extended a little further. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He took the risk bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, Dave.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
And as he throws, that pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the blitz gets to him just like that.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Using the quick game. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. To the air, it's King. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And don't forget, they've already had a field goal block. And this one splits the uprights. Hold on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that. Defense. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. And the Yellow Jackets will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Looking to the end zone. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. Offense set on 1st down. On the run, it's Thomas. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Fundamental football with the Hokies. We talk about special teams, but the running game has always been part of their DNA.
And when you continue to find guys at the running back spot like David Wilson, and those guys that you can feature, you can give them the ball, establish that physicality, establish that playmaking, it gets everything rolling for this offense.
Now on 2nd down. The give on the inside. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? And the Hokies line up to punt it away. A low line drive and short kick. On his way back from the 20. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's King. Finds the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a short and heavy tackle on the tight end. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Now he's going to break the pocket. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. The Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Coordinator's got to be thrilled with that 3rd down sack. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the 2nd half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This
going to take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the 2nd half.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket. Finds his man. It's Wiggins. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. He wants to throw. Forced out of the pocket. On the move, he fires. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Hokies headed quickly to the line. Dropping back, it's Drones. He makes the connection.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
On second down, he'll fire. Catch in the middle, it's Holloway. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now from inside the red zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball. Will replay the down. Here comes the offense on first down. He's looking to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. And the incompletion brings up a second down. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. And it's caught. Touchdown, Hokies.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot and see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll go to the ground. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on fourth down. And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
The give to the back. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Pulls it in. It's Fitzgerald. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Hokies are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the ground game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception.
And they'll take over first.
What a beautiful sight. And not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can just have unbelievable hands to the mix, because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Yellow Jackets racing to the line in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's King. Unloads to the wideout. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
On second down, wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Singleton. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Bringing him back. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. First down for this offense. The give to the tailback. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, the inside give. At the 40, there he goes. Open runway ahead. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. The huge explosive play put him right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in.
Every time he touches the...
Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And that one will put him up here in the second half. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They're looking for an advantage to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Yellow Jackets will punt it away on fourth down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They'll throw it on first down. Coming after him. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Here on third down. They'll try to run for it. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. They finally make the stop at the big run. There's plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Thomas. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Inside a minute to go here in the third. They go to the ground. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. And the Hokies are threatening in the red zone. Here's the handoff. Able to get one down to the 15. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. Pushes ahead for a pickup of one down to the 13.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
And the ball's on the ground. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. The give to the back. At the 35, he's got room. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got a man. It's Singleton. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Back to throw, it's King. Fires to the wideout. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Looking for a productive play on first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got his man on the right. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hokies getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Mason. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now after the short completion, it's 2nd down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Flips it out in the flat. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
He wants to throw it again, trying to get to him. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. And the Hokies will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Grab behind the line. It's Cook. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. Quarterback empties his backfield. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Looking left. He's got it. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of 1st downs, now out close to midfield. Looking down. He wants a big play here late. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. A great catch and run for 6.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He's going to run it. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. He's looking to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Fitzgerald. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Line getting set on second down. To the air. It's Drones. He'll take the deep shot. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Hokies. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead. They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Wants to throw on third down. Gets away from one. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you. A sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll go up top. Maybe a deciding play here. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. To the air on first down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, you look at the clock. We've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been.